Hello and welcome back to PowerSlave. Today we are not going to Karnak. I'm just kind of sitting here in the menu for a bit and or the map for a bit because we are heading back to Amun Mines. As last time we got something that lets us survive the very big drop that is in Amun Mines, the very big pit.
Do we have to go back through the whole level to find it? There's like no way to get to start from a different exit?
Yeah, we do, but I did edit it to the relevant point.
Well, that's good for us viewers back at home.
I mean, it's not really a long level to begin with, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, that's fair.
When you know where you're going. Alright, well, that certainly does look like a very deep and dark pit. There's some critters down there, so I just decided to blow them up. And there we go. Just control our descent and just float. Like I said, it works quite a bit like the paraglider in Breath of the Wild. And since I have been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild, I am also pressing the entirely wrong buttons here in this video. On a couple of occasions. Hello there. Our camel friend is. He goes places.
To the Cavern of Peril. Oh boy.
Yeah, I hear it's nice this time of year.
I wouldn't know. My flight there got cancelled.
Well, that's unfortunate.
They gave me like a $4 meal voucher as compensation, I guess.
Well, that's something at least. Just having a look back here. Nothing particularly exciting. I think I blow up one of these things. Oh, I apparently don't. Okay. And here we can see some doorways, but all of these are sealed, so we will come from the other side. Those open from the other side. But never mind that, because here is a flamethrower.
Ooh.
Nodding in approval there. Yeah, Ramses did say that there was a weapon that spits fire or something to that effect. I'm not sure how he knew that and how he even knows what a flamethrower is or why this is here in the first place, but never mind.
I mean, surely he's at least seen it in operation, so that he could see that, like, it does indeed spit fire.
It does, yeah. And it also kills, well, pretty much everything from close range very quickly, but especially these mummies for obvious reasons.
I guess the caveat there is that, it does want you to be pretty close range.
Indeed. Also you might have seen a green explosion there. At some point in the game, I think when you have, like, the artifacts we have now, we have collected 3 of them, I believe. At that point, some of these jars will start having actual traps. They will shoot green versions of the mummy's projectiles.
Ah, okay.
And they will attack anything that is close by. They slightly home in on everything that is close by. Both you and enemies. You can use them for your benefit. But usually... Oh, hold on. Yeah, I said something about muscle memory here and Breath of the Wild. I may have pressed the wrong button to jump.
Did you, leave jump set to, the X button?
No, I have it on B. I can't jump with the X button. But here it is on the left trigger.
Jump is on trigger?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, I guess I could put it on A, but you do have to kinda use the right stick when you're jumping, so that would make it a little bit hard if you were jumping with A on the Xbox controller.
Literally, you gotta get one of those Pro controllers that has back paddles and assign jump to that.
Yeah, I actually do have one of those, the 8-bit Do Pro 2, but I haven't really configured it.
Yeah, I also, like, never configure my back paddles, like, they just exist. One of these days I should probably do that.
But yeah, since I have been playing Breath of the Wild and also there's a better look at the projectiles. Yeah, because I've been playing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom for the last couple of weeks, my muscle memory here when I was recording this was a little bit sketchy, so I will be pressing the wrong buttons constantly, but that was the only time I actually fucked up a jump because of that.
I am kind of curious what the flamethrower looks like when weapon boosted now.
I don't think I actually tried it with the weapon boost. I assume it just spits the flame faster.
I also have to imagine like you burn through like you burn through your ammo so fast like that.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that already eats ammo like a big ammo eating thing, so...
Yeah, like you had it going for like half a second and it was already like, okay, well here, I'm at a quarter ammo left.
Yeah, it's really for those situations where something's really just getting close up and you need a panic button, kind of.
I see.
I feel like that is the best use for it. Also, taking out mummies, I suppose. Also, before we jump over there, we can see this little alcove back here, so let's check that out. We got some pickups and a weak wall. And some video corruption.
If you hadn't explicitly called that out as video corruption, I would have assumed that was the, like a weird effect from the game.
No, I actually had to remux the video in Handbrake because Premiere didn't want anything to do with it.
I see.
But thankfully I managed to get that going, so I didn't need to... Well, re-recording is kind of a pain in the ass because the game just autosaves, and you have like different playthroughs in different slots.
Right.
So I can't go back to like an earlier save on this playthrough. Well, I can now because I have backed them up, but you know, in general.
Yeah, this just... It's kind of a pain when it comes to, needing to re-record things, but that's, like, hardly the average user.
Yeah. It's just a bit annoying. So yeah, of course, what we kind of ignored there due to the whole graphical corruption in the video was that we picked up our third health ankh, I should say. So we now have quite a bit of health. Ah yes, the Well of Souls. The Well of Souls is a level that every time I play this, I'm like, I don't remember what this level is. Then when I actually get there, it's like, oh, yeah, this one. Ah, alright.
Gotta love that feeling.
These last few levels have kind of shared the sort of visual aesthetic, because they are all this sort of cavern type stuff with the dark brown.
It is a little hard to differentiate Well of Souls and Cavern of Peril.
Yeah, they are kind of like basically parts of the same level or almost or the same world, I guess you could say. Like this would be like 3-3 or something. Because there's like... Because you always have like a few levels and then you pick up an artifact, which I think that just kind of constitutes a world.
Okay.
Which up until this point have kind of had a similar aesthetic between the levels in each world. Like we had the more sort of sandy stuff in the in the earlier videos, and now we are here in these caves. And that kind of thing. Anyway, I guess we have to jump down another pit. Or there's a mosquito down there. Screw that.
Nice shot.
Yeah, thanks. And yeah, I know they're wasps, but they are annoying little critters, so I just call them mosquitoes.
It's apt.
Oh god. Yeah, those you can actually jump over if you time it right. I got hit by one of them, but didn't quite get hit by all of them, which is good, because if you get hit by all of them, that will hurt.
At least we have another health bar to help tank that.
Yep. It's actually kind of annoying when you're low on health already and then you shoot a couple of these jars to try to get more health and then you just get, well, blown up, basically.
Yeah, that part kind of sucks. Like, I would hate it if, like, I'm playing Castlevania and, like, I whip a candle and oops, oh no, it's a little bat.
And on the Saturn, I think the trap activates earlier in the game, so I think you can actually get blown up as soon as you start the game. Here it seems to be kinda dependent on how many artifacts you've collected.
They really like throwing mummies at you now.
Yep, they sure do. I mean, if you're gonna do an Egyptian-themed first-person shooter in the 90s, or in general, of course you want to have a bunch of mummies in it.
There.
There is also a rarely seen jib animation for the mummies. I think we saw it when we used the flamethrower on them. That is the wrong switch. Okay, there's the one. Oh, there we go. That was the jib. Actually, in the original on Saturn, the Anubises, and I'm not sure about the mummies, but at least the Anubises, they would always jib no matter what you killed them with. But here, because they added some assets from the PC version, there are actually more animations. So the Anubises just fall over by default unless you, like, blow them up.
I see.
Which I guess just kind of makes sense. Although it was funny when you just kill one of them with a knife and then they would just disintegrate.
That is kind of funny, but it is kind of neat that they really did just kind of combine all the versions into this one.
Yeah, there's also a mod that adds even more of the animations from the PC version, which I didn't install because I kind of wanted to show the vanilla experience. But it's also pretty cool. There's an enemy we haven't seen yet, and it has a very unique death animation in the PC version, so that would have been cool, but I wanted to show the game as it is. God damn it. I didn't think I needed to actually use the shawl there, but I guess I did. Yes, hello. Yeah, not the easiest to avoid the projectiles when you're kind of on that tiny platform.
Yeah, that one's a little on the rude side.
Yeah, I mean, at this point I just tend to not really care about that and just tank most of them. Because if you get hit by one of them, it doesn't really matter. And that is a slightly awkward cut there, because I may have fallen in the poison swamp. Or I guess just the poison this time. We're not at the swamp yet. There is a poison swamp in this game, so Miyazaki would be pleased.
And it's not the Well of Souls?
No. It's the Heket Marsh, which is in the next video.
Ah, okay.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Also, when you kind of turn around, you can see the character viewpoint kind of sways, like it kind of rolls. That is something that was very prominent in the Saturn version, and I think on the PlayStation as well. You really have a sense of momentum and heft to the movement. That also applies to the ports of Quake and Duke Nukem on the Saturn. So they don't really feel like those games on PC. They have this sort of heavier movement, very reminiscent of this game.
That's kind of interesting.
Also, Nile Gorge is a level where, well, once we enter, that's a one-way trip for now because we can't get back to the entrance. Because we had to jump down that pit.
At least you didn't have to pull out the flying armor?
No. So, because of that, we do want to make sure to get all the stuff in this level on this first go, because I really don't want to come back here and have to do this whole thing again. Because we do have to do the whole thing again if we miss something.
Ugh. And there's no way to just back out of the level early? From like a menu or something? Or with an item?
No, I don't think there is. You can restart the level, but then you also lose all the progress.
Ugh.
I was trying to shoot the exploding jar, but I shot the Anubis instead apparently, so that's good. Anyway, our ultimate goal in this level is to lower that pillar we saw there. The exit is right behind that.
Okay.
Grab the checkpoint over here and then head around this corner because... Oh, hello there, lads. I don't remember if there was actually anything... Oh, damn it, you little idiot. Every time. Yeah, I don't remember if there was actually anything critical around here, but there is something. Just wait for these. Oh yeah, there's the key. Yeah, okay, we did have to come here. The symbol of time. Oh, just can't fit through these apparently. But that was a huge mess.
Well, we came out ahead, I think.
I think we did, yeah. Lots of Flappy Birds back here as well. Also a platform we can't jump to. We are supposed to come back here with more abilities, but I'm not coming back here. That's not too bad. Let's go.
It's a hell of a boost.
Yep, it sure is.
But hey, halfway done, right?
Indeed. Now we got that. Let's actually see where this symbol of time key goes. Just here I'm kind of trying to think whether or not I should pick up the full health there. I think at this point I decided, yeah, I probably should. Might as well. Also, the music in this game sometimes when it loops, there's a fairly long pause for some reason. At least with this track. So it just goes completely silent.
Was it like that on Saturn and PS1?
I don't know. Also, I said there was no infighting in this game, but those mummies did whack each other with their sticks, so, like, actively try to kill each other with their sticks, so apparently it does have infighting. So that's good to know.
That's kind of funny, but
But yeah, it's sometimes kind of weird because it's sort of this ambient music here, and it's got some bird song and all that stuff in the background, and then it just suddenly stops as the song loops, or the track loops. So that's a little bit disconcerting at times. I always kind of think, did the music just, or did the sound just cut out completely? Or did my headphones die or something, but no.
yeah, I'd be constantly paranoid playing the game too.
Oh, come on, I dodged that.
Does a full weapon power regenerate all of your ammo, or just what you've got equipped?
It does for every weapon, yes.
Got it.
Damn it. Well, at least we get to see what's in the water, then, I guess.
Piranhas, apparently.
I shall leave. Yeah, there's also a full health behind the pillar there, but I don't need it right now. Let's try this again, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, again, I think the jump button is on the triggers just so you can, like, do these fancy jumps easier.
Makes sense.
Because if it was on a face button, then you couldn't, like, move your camera very easily, so... So it just makes sense, I think. You get used to it. I don't remember off the top of my head if there are other games that put the jump on the left trigger, but whatever.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
I know that Halo had the bumper jumper preset, but that's about it.
I guess that's fair.
Also, did you see that when the door closed, it actually changed the trajectory of the projectile? That was cool.
Oh, I didn't catch that at all.
Yeah. I didn't know that could happen. Damn it. Okay, that didn't go so bad in the end.
You made it through mostly unscathed.
Yeah, tanking a fireball or two at this point is not a big deal. Because we do have a lot of health now. Okay, we have a big pillar here in the middle, which is now lowered, and these two smaller ones to each side of it, so we do have to lower those to get through the level. And if we come back down there once we do, we can kind of see that there's a full health back there if we need it. So many guys.
Many strong men await you.
And this, I believe, takes us back to the start. Yeah. Not the very start, again, because we can't get back to the camel we rode in on. So I didn't go here earlier because the pillar was in the way there. We can now see that it's no longer there. And we are obviously supposed to jump to the checkpoint, but I just, for some reason, wanted to take a look at what's down here. Oh, apparently the fish can bite you when you're on land. I didn't know that.
Those are some long-reaching fish.
Yeah, this is an educational LP. Okay, yeah. The checkpoint is right above us. And we are supposed to jump over this little pit here. You stupid jerk.
How did he get you?
Skill. Or lack thereof on my part, I'm not sure. Yeah, bomb fishing also a very frequent occurrence in Breath of the Wild. At least when I'm playing. I know there are other ways to catch fish in that game, but, you know, might as well just use the bombs to make it extremely efficient.
Can't argue with that.
It's not like they give you a fishing rod.
I was always a fan of just electrocuting the water.
Oh, yeah, that works, I guess. I didn't even think of trying that, but yeah. There was actually full health down in the water there. I didn't know that, or at least didn't remember. But that was quite helpful because I did blow myself up slightly there.
Although at present you currently do not need it.
Yeah, well, because I picked it up.
Oh.
There's still the other one, like, on the other side of the water, but behind that pillar that we saw earlier, but that one I didn't pick up because we don't need it. And speaking of pillars, that should do it for the ones that we had down there, and I was actually thinking there that I could probably, well, not there, but right now, I was thinking that maybe we could have just dropped down the pits where the fireballs were coming from, because I think those lead right down to the sort of the basement or the cave underneath. But we can also get there this way. Well, not that way, but this way. Eventually.
Is there
Come
a
on.
glass floor? What is happening?
No. Our boy's just too hench to fit through this, but he will eventually once I find the right pixel.
That looks so irritating.
I don't know if you're supposed to be able to fall down that, but you can. I think you're just supposed to drop down to where the fireballs were coming from if you wanted this one. This full health down there, but never mind. Damn it. Yeah, you really do want to just kinda be on your toes when you're shooting these jars from now on, and I sometimes just forget. Okay, eat a couple of fireballs, or at least one. It's fine. And that will lower the exit pillar. So now we can leave. And get smacked in the face with a fireball one more time, because why not? Almost done with this level, but just one more thing.
Don't bomb the camel.
No, I bombed the wall behind him.
Oh. Well then.
There's no indication that is there. Also, he's MIA for some reason.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I know what it means, but I'm not entirely sure what it means in this particular context.
He, didn't pass away, did he?
Surely that would be RIP at that point, I figured.
I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it has been almost 30 years, so anything could happen, really. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But let's enter the final level of this sort of... well, this section of the game as we pursue our latest artifact. I guess this doesn't really fit the sort of visual theming of the last few levels, and neither did the last one too, if I really think about it. So maybe I was just talking complete bollocks earlier. Okay, so we picked up the key there, and that also unseals this door on the left, so that is the only way we can go at the moment. Take that door. And we have a new enemy. The Busted, or the Guardians of Busted.
I can barely even see them.
Cat ladies. Catgirls.
Right. Yeah, they're just so fast.
Yeah, they also had a rather unflattering nickname in the old Sega Saturn magazine, which I will not repeat here.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, they run around really quickly and teleport and swipe at you with their claws. Do ridiculous amounts of damage at close range, so... Generally it's better not to let them get in close range, because that is bad.
Good target for the flamethrower?
Well, yeah, but then you might take a couple of claws in the face as well. The flamethrower does make pretty short work of them, but yeah. Generally better just to take them at range if you can. Oh, I got whacked by a stick. Right, well, this looks fun. We got a bunch of mummies down there. I'm trying to take all of them out. I didn't really want to hit the checkpoint before I kill all these mummies. Which I kinda then failed to do anyway, as you will see. Now this switch here, behind us, that unseals the right side door in the entrance hall.
Uh-huh.
And we are supposed to just backtrack back to the entrance and then go around, go through that door. But we can also just do that and then get killed because I failed to kill all the mummies.
Let's try that one more time.
Yeah, let's try that without fucking it up. This is completely pointless, there's no reason to ever do this. The switch you see down there actually turns off the lasers, so then you can just come back here and get the key. But we're not gonna do any of that. I also forgot to flip the switch, but it doesn't matter because we are not going there anymore. I do remember to flip that switch, as if it matters. Yeah, that is maybe not the optimal way to... well... yeah, that is still sealed because I didn't flip the switch, so whatever. Yeah, that's not the... not really the intended way to do that, I don't think, but it's fun. And since we had a checkpoint right there, I might as well.
Yeah.
On the Saturn, I might have maybe used a bit more caution in all of that.
Having the checkpoints really does help with your, with like player psychology.
Yep. So many mummies here. We should also have opened a couple of monster closets by this point. Can't go there yet. That's for much later.
It almost looks like a red carpet.
Yeah, not exactly. Okay, there we go. We got some friends. They have been let loose. Oh god. Okay, I know the other one is there somewhere. Come on.
Where?
Oh, there she is. Yeah, I actually called them Busted or Guardians of Busted, which is because they have different names between the American and European versions.
I see.
Because I guess the... oh, also here you kind of see the gimmick they have. They can pose as statues and then try to ambush you. The problem with that is that they try to ambush you too quickly. You don't really ever get time to get close enough to see that.
Huh.
Like really see them trying to trying to blend in. I think it was a little bit more common on the Saturn for them to like actually pose as statues for a longer amount of time.
Right.
Okay, we didn't actually need to do this whole go around here. We could have just... Well, never mind, we got the artifact anyway. The protective anklets, I guess we ran out of, well, names to give these things, I suppose. Couldn't just call them the anklets of Thoth or whatever.
The protective anklets you have found will provide safekeeping on your journey through the Hecate Marsh. A great palace that has been swallowed by the sea awaits you on the other side. Waste no time, for my soul is growing weaker as the Killbot continue to draw energy from my corpse.
Okay, so poison, swamp, and water level next time. Look forward to it.
Miyazaki would be proud indeed.